Hi, good morning. This is Kavita Kundra, and we have come up with next section of carbohydrate metabolism. I know it's a big chapter. It is fifth part, but another part is again left. We're going to complete sixth part of carbohydrate metabolism. All the best. So here, regulation of glycogen metabolism. Glycogenesis and gluconeogenesis are reciprocal. We know its opposite. Glycogenesis and gluconeogenesis are reciprocal. There is a hormonal regulation system functioning at muscle and liver level. Epinephrine promotes glycogenolysis and inhibits glycogenesis. It stimulates CAMP by activating cyclase in muscle. Insulin increases glycogenesis and inhibits glycogenolysis in muscle. It heightens the entry of glucose unit in muscle cell. Phosphodiesterase disrupt CAMP because of insulin. Glucagon activate adenylate cyclase in liver cell membrane and turn on glycogenolysis and reduces glycogenesis. Insulin increases glycogenesis by activating glycogen synthase. The glucagon and insulin ratio appears to be more important than the absolute level. The role of covalent modification is important. There are separate systems for synthesis and degradation of glycogen and glucose 1-phosphate act as common intermediate. The possibility of futile cycle of glycogen must be considered. Futile cycle. If two reactions occur uncontrolled, the situation represents waste of ATP. Futile cycle occurs at several points that interconnect glycogen and pyruvate. Other pairs are glucokinase and glucose phosphatase, pyruvate kinase and pyruvate carboxylase plus phosphoenol pyruvate. Carboxy kinase futile reaction helps in fine tuning of metabolic control. Heat generated during reaction helps to maintain the body temperature. The futile cycle is avoided because covalent modification by phosphorylation has opposite effect on the enzyme concerned with synthesis and degradation of glycogen. An adequate level of CAMP stimulates formation of inactive D form of phosphorylase. Glycogenolysis is increased and glycogenesis is limited. With a low level of CAMP, the active form of glycogen synthase predominated and the active form of phosphorylase is low as CAMP dependent protein kinase is inactive. Their glycogenesis is increased and glycogenolysis is decreased. Glycogen storage diseases. These diseases are caused by genetic defects that results in deficiencies in certain enzymes of glycogen metabolism. Due to these deficiencies, excessive accumulation of glycogen occurs and body cannot use glycogen as fuel. Sometimes the structure of glycogen can be abnormal. Pompe disease. The disease affects all tissue organs. Here the glycogen levels are high and structure of glycogen is normal. Here alpha 1,4 glucosidase is defective. Here are HERS disease. Here the defective enzyme is liver phosphorylase. It mainly affects the liver. Here glycogen level are high and structure of glycogen is normal. Hexose monophosphate pathway. It is also called pentose phosphate pathway or phosphogluconate pathway. It consists of two irreversible oxidative reactions following series of reversible sugar phosphate interconversions. This is alternative oxidative pathway for metabolism of glucose in liver, lactating mammary gland and adipose tissue in addition to EM pathway. In this pathway, 3 molecules of glucose 6-phosphate yield 3 molecules of carbon dioxide and 3 molecules of carbon residues. The latter are converted to 2 molecules of glucose 6-phosphate and 1 molecule of glyceraldehyde phosphate. NADP serves as hydrogen acceptor. In this pathway, the interconversion reaction of HMP pathway can function in severe different directions. The rate and the direction depends on supply and demand of intermediates in the cycle. HMP pathway also occurs in cytosol of the cell, and carbon dioxide is characteristic product of HMP pathway. Further, no ATP is generated. Oxidation here uses NADH. Make a list of similarities and differences of HMP pathway. Metabolic reactions in HMP pathway. This pathway is reversible for generation of fraction and cytoplasmic NADPH. Required for biosynthetic reactions and for generation of ribose 5-phosphate for nucleotide synthesis. There are 2 phases of HMP pathway. In oxidation pathway, glucose 6-phosphate is converted to ribose 5-phosphate by dehydrogenation and decarboxylation reactions. In the non-oxidative phase, ribose 5-phosphate is converted back to glucose phosphate by series of reactions involving trans-ketolase and trans-aldolase. The oxidative phase generates NADPH. The oxidative branch of pathway generates NADPH and pentose 5-phosphate. The glucose 6-phosphate is dehydrogenated to 6-phosphogluconate via phosphogluconolactone by glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase in the presence of NADP plus and the cofactor magnesium, manganese and glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency is an inherited disease. Inherited means is coming from the parent to next generation, characterized by hemolytic anemia. If the patient is treated with an oxidant drug or ingest faba beans, 6-phosphogluconate is oxidized to 6-phosphogluconate dehydrogenase in the presence of coenzyme NADP plus and cofactor magnesium, manganese, calcium to 3-keto-6-phosphogluconate, which is decarboxylated to form ribose 5-phosphate. The non-oxidative phase generates ribose precursors. Ribulose 5-phosphate is acted on ribose 5-phosphate epimerase that changes the configuration at carbon 3 forming xylulose. So ribose 5-phosphate is acted on ribose 5-phosphate epimerase that changes the configuration at carbon 3 forming xylulose 5-phosphate and also by the enzyme ribose 5-phosphate ketoisomerase that convert ribulose 5-phosphate to ribose 5-phosphate. Action of trans-ketolase. Trans-ketolase with the help of TDP and Mg++ transfers carbon 1 and carbon 2 of xylulose 5-phosphate to ribose 5-ribose 5-phosphate forming pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Action of trans-aldolase. Trans-aldolase allows the transfer of 3-carbon moiety from pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate to form fructose 6-phosphate and erythrose 6-phosphate. Trans-ketolase with the help of TPP and magnesium is required again. It transfers 1+2 from xylulose 5-phosphate to erythrose 4-phosphate and forms fructose 6-phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Thus, HMP stunt is not an isolated repetitive cycle but it integrated with glycolysis. 3-glucose 6-phosphate plus 6-NADP plus comes out to be 3CO2 plus 6-NADPH plus 6H plus glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate plus 2-glucose 6-phosphate. Regulation of HMP pathway. The following factors play an important role in regulation of HMP pathway. The first reaction of pathway catalyzed by glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase is rate limiting step. This is mainly by cytoplasmic level of NADP plus and NADPH. High carbohydrate content in diet accelerate the rate of pathway by activating both dehydrogenase, where diabetes mellitus and starvation reserves these reactions. The HMP stunt is activated by increase in NADP plus in cytoplasm, which in turn is due to the oxidation of NADPH by synthesis of fatty acids and steroids. HMP is accelerated due to stimulation of dehydrogenesis by insulin. Thyroid hormone is act in same way by stimulating glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase. Metabolic significance of HMP pathway CO2 is characteristic product in HMP pathway which is not produced in EM pathway. Carbon dioxide produced is used for the synthesis of fatty acid and purine base. The reduced form of NADP is utilized for synthesis of fatty acid, cholesterol, steroids, and also in the synthesis of amino acid via glutamate dehydrogenase outside the mitochondria, tissue specializing in active lipogenesis, liver, adipose tissue, and lactating mammary gland also possess HMP pathway. Pentose sugar are utilized for synthesis of nucleic acid and nucleotides. Skeletal muscle has low activity of glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase, thereby causing hemolytic anemia when cells. HMP stunt in erythrocyte is important due to the generation of NADPH, which maintain glutathione is in reduced state by glutathione reductase. A flavoprotein containing FAD, glutathione is tripeptide in reduced state, take part in redox reaction in cell. In the process, two glutathione molecule combine to give oxidized form. The reduced glutathione then remove H2O2 from the erythrocyte by glutathione peroxidase, accumulation of H2O2 from erythrocytes by glutathione. This reaction is important. Why? Because accumulation of H2O2 may decrease the lifespan of erythrocytes. By increasing the rate of oxidation of hemoglobin to methemoglobin. Glutathione peroxidase is a natural antioxidant with vitamin E. It is body defense against lipid peroxidation and association between the cancer and low level of blood selenium glutathione peroxidase activity have been reported. HMP pathway is important source of NADPH. The entry of another sugar into glycolytic pathway. The digestion of foodstuff and the utilization of endogenous metabolites can supply variety of carbohydrates for glycolysis. Digestion of carbohydrate result in absorption of monosaccharides such as galactose, fructose, mannose, glucose. Dietary galactose, fructose, mannose can be converted to glycolytic intermediates and fed to glycolytic pathway. Galactose metabolism. Galactose go to liver via portal blood and phosphorylated by galactokinase to galactose 1-phosphate using as a phosphate donor. Galactose 1-phosphate reacts with uridine diphosphate glucose to form uridine diphosphate. Galactose catalyzed by galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase. It is first converted to UDP glucose catalyzed by UDP galactose 4 epimerase. Since this would be well-fed state, the glucose would be incorporated into glycogen chain through the action of glycogen synthase. Fructose metabolism. When fructose get absorbed from diet, it's taken to liver. Fructokinase phosphorylates fructose to fructose 1-phosphate. These are cleaved by aldolase B, which is found in liver, and form dihydroxyacetone phosphate. And glyceraldehyde is phosphorylated by triokinase to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which can enter glycolysis. Mostly dihydroxyacetone phosphate can be isomerized to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate to be converted to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate by aldolase A and aldolase B. Aldolase A is found in extrahepatic tissue, and finally fructose 1,6-bisphosphate gets incorporated to glycogen chain if needed. Then glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate can enter glycolysis. A small portion of dietary fructose can also be phosphorylated by hexokinase, forming fructose 6-phosphate, which is incorporated into glycogen chain. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I hope you can go through it. If you have any doubt, you can ask in comments. We can check it out, how we can improve the slides, how can we improve these materials so that you can easily go through this and easily have captured everything in your mind. So mannose metabolism we will be taking next in the next slide, because it will be too much for you. So stay safe, stay protected, because corona is too much, and I know it's very difficult for study at home, but it's okay, because we have to manage ourselves accordingly, according to the situation. So take care, guys. Bye bye. I hope you all will do good in your exams. All the best. Bye bye.